Since I've been talking about the Tribune and the need for change in that organization, a lot of people have sent me emails, have called me up, asking me as to what my opinion is on the way the paper ought to be run. Since I'm out of the newspaper, I'm actually nobody to comment on it. But as a newspaper reader, as somebody who started his career from the newspaper, I'm actually venturing to make certain suggestions. The trustees ought to be those who have no vested interest in the paper. There should be no conflict of interest between the job of the trustees and the post of the trustee that they hold here. While they are trustees, they ought not to accept any of the jobs. These are undertakings that they must give when they are appointed. These are important because otherwise there would be a conflict of interest. The trustees also must ensure that they do not give their own write-ups in the newspaper. Their write-ups should not appear in the newspaper. Most editors are not strong enough to say no to them. And if their write-ups have to appear, there should be a disclaimer that so and so is a trustee. In addition, I am strongly of the opinion, in fact, I had made this suggestion to one of the trustees when I met him, that there should be, in addition to the trust, there should be an ombudsman consisting of a couple of senior citizens who have been regular readers of the newspaper. This is important to keep a check on what appears in the paper or what does not appear in the paper, so that there is a proper comparison with the rivals and with the competitors. This is important so that the paper is not run by the whims and fancies of one editor or a group of editors. The institution of the ombudsman would also ensure that the editor or the editors do not use the columns of the newspaper for their personal promotion or the promotion of their family members. You must have seen in the Tribune in the last couple of years, personal write-ups have appeared under the column Ground Zero. For example, a write-up Punjab Da Putter, which mentioned about the place of the editor's birth and things like that. Another write-up appeared a couple of months ago on the lessons a mother can teach. This is about when the editor's mother passed away. This was a tribute to the lady. People are quite surprised how these fit into a particular column format. There was even more resentment within the staff of the newspaper because whenever a near and dear one of a staff member passes away, even the news item is not published. But here there was a full column on a near and dear one of the editor passing away. In fact, I think there have to be very clear rules because the same rules have to be there for the staff as for the editors. After all, the staff are the ones who pay with their sweat and blood in the day-to-day functioning of the newspaper. In fact, literally, the staff organize a blood donation camp a couple of times during the year. I remember when I raised this issue that the staff members, near and dear ones passing away, must find mention in the newspaper. I was told that it is the trust decision not to use such items. But are the rules of the trust any different for the editors and the other staff? Obviously, the rules have to be the same. Since the Tribune is a very unique paper, it is run by a trust which is founded by the founder. Even the editors must be made to give an undertaking that during their tenure or immediately after that, maybe for 6 months or a year, they would not accept a post like a membership of the Rajya Sabha or post of a governor or an ambassador. We have had occasions when a former editor-in-chief was appointed a Rajya Sabha member. People were actually surprised. They thought that maybe he has been appointed a member of the Rajya Sabha because of his writings in the paper. Often the writings could be in support of the government or against the government, and one could be rewarded for these kind of things. The editors also must give an undertaking that they would not accept any of the awards like the Padma awards. A lot of editors have been accepting these awards. I have nothing against those people, but I think there is a basic contradiction, a conflict of interest between these awards and the job one is doing as an editor and as a journalist. I know that at the level of the editors and the trustees, such questions should not be asked. But when these posts are undermined as it is happening here, they have to be asked. And somebody has to bell the cat. Unfortunately, in this case, it has to be me. I have grown up. My first job was with the Tribune. I've grown up in the organization. There are lessons that I've learned in this organization. And it is important that I share these lessons with you all. Tribune is a unique organization. It's the last of those bastions where it is run by a trust. And if this bastion weakens or if it falls, I think it will be a very big loss to the organization. I'll wait to hear from you all on what you think about some of these issues that I have raised.